Well, hey guys, if your vehicle is blowing really hot air, one of the easy ways to fix that is to add some more coolant. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that today. Well, hey guys, first thing you're going to do is go ahead and open up your hood. Then you'll find your AC low pressure service port here. Go ahead and find that. If you do need to look that up, you can definitely do that and look it up. Figure out what is going on and what yours looks like. Once you've figured that out, you'll go ahead and come inside and turn on your vehicle. You want to make sure you turn on full blast and also circulating air here, so that way you'll get full pressure to make sure that your gauge is reading correctly. Then you actually come back outside, find that little gauge that you had, and grab your recharge kit. Another thing I do recommend is gloves and eyewear for this DIY project. Another thing you want to make sure you check is to make sure that what you have or your recharge kit is the right one for your vehicle. So you can look on either the hood or somewhere right under the hood here. It will have actually what type of AC recharge you actually have. So you want to check that out and make sure you got the right charge kit here. Here's a quick view of the one I'm using. You see this is the R134A refrigerant. So again, you want to check and see which one your vehicle takes and use that one. Again, this is just a quick view of what I'm using today. But then once you've checked all that out, have all the safety precautions, you can go ahead and begin putting this on recharge port here. It does just kind of clip in there, so which is super nice. It clips in to make sure that it is tight and vacuum sealed. So then you can check out your gauge and to kind of see where your levels are in your vehicle. So you want to make sure everything is tight, and you can see here in mine it is at 0. So that means we're going to go ahead and add some recharge here. So for my example, I had to take this little clip off in order for the recharge bottle to begin working. So whatever one you might have, you just want to make sure that it is primed and ready. So all I had to do is just, again, take this off and make sure that it's ready to go. I just screwed it right in. Then you will begin getting everything ready. So I will also have links in the description for this recharge kit and then other recharge kits that I recommend as well. But once you have done that, make sure everything is tight and ready to go. You can click it back on there. You'll see again that it should be on 0. Now it's ready to start adding refrigerant here. And again, different bottles require different motions here. This one said that you can shake it beforehand and then press it and then also turn it different ways. Then it also said to actually shake it while you're actually putting refrigerant in. And so I'll show you kind of both of what I was doing. After a few minutes, you can see it begin adding some refrigerant in there. And so again, I started doing the same thing, actually shaking it right here while I was putting it in, which is kind of a weird motion, but you don't want to shake it too much because you don't want to pop off that pressure gauge. But again, you just kind of shake it while it's connected. Just shake it a little bit. Then it said, again, you'll need to stand it up and then also kind of put it at a right angle. So multiple different ways you can do different things here. But again, you'll start shaking it. You'll start kind of feeling some of the weight going out of the bottle. Also, the bottle for mine actually kind of started sweating a little bit. So you'll kind of start seeing a little bit of condensation going. But I just kept going. As you can see here, just kept going. And you can see every 10 to 15 seconds I would stop just to check the gauge, see where it's at. And it was slowly increasing every time I would stop. As you can see right here again, just continually to shake. Then I would stop it, check the gauge, and then go back. Because here's the big deal. You definitely do not want to overfill this because that could cause a very big problem. And also, my friends that are mechanics just said be very, very careful when doing this. So again, you don't want to overfill it. But again, like I said, this one says you shake it while you're pumping and you can start seeing the gauge slowly increasing up. You want to make sure, again, you just kind of keep an eye on that. And as you get closer to the green, instead of waiting 10 to 15 seconds, you maybe wait just 5 seconds. Blow it up a little bit, wait a little bit longer, and then continually doing this kind of shaking motion, whatever that might look like for you. But just being very careful because you don't want to pull it out. You don't want to hurt anything on your vehicle. But you can kind of see here that it's starting to get into the green, and that's kind of where you want it. You don't want it to be too close to the red. So you just want to get it close, make sure it's in the green, shake it up. Again, make sure it's good and in the green right there. You can see it's jumping back as soon as you take your hand off the little trigger. And just a reminder, guys, if this video was helpful for you, you can let me know that you can leave a like or subscribe. And if you have any questions, you can put them down in the comments as well. And there you go. You can see it right now. It is in the green, which is good. That's kind of where we want it. We want to make sure that it's good and solid and that it's not going to get in the red or that it's not in the low pressure as well. But once you are done, you can go ahead and remove this. You can go ahead and take all the parts off. Make sure that you put the cap back on there because you don't want to lose that, or you don't want that not to be capped off. Then after you have taken everything out of there, you can go ahead and close up your hood to make sure that you are ready to go. After you've done this, go ahead and close up the hood, get everything ready to roll. You can head inside and see if it has cooled down a little bit. Make sure you put everything back together up front very well. Then you can shut your hood. You can come inside and see that the air has cooled down a little bit. I do recommend riding it around a little bit to help it kind of cool off. That's what mine did. It's a lot cooler now than when it was when I first got in after fixing everything, but a lot cooler now. I will have links for the items that I used and even other items that I recommend down below. So if you're interested in these, you can go check those out down there. But if this video is helpful, you can let me know that. You can leave a like and subscribe. You can also check out another video right here, and I'll see you over there.